Have you ever heard the saying, one man's trash is another man's treasure? Well, for some people, that phrase literally turned them into millionaires. These are the real-life stories of ordinary people who took what others threw away and turned it into fortune. Today, we'll uncover shocking transformations of 5 people who made millions from nothing but creativity, persistence, and a bit of luck. Let's start with a man who turned garbage into gold, literally. Number 5. The garbage king of India, meet Millionaire, a man who started collecting trash from the streets of Mumbai. While most people saw garbage, he saw opportunity. He realized that waste segregation, separating paper, plastic, and metal, could become a business. So, with almost no money, he started a small recycling unit. Day by day, he collected, sorted, and resold waste materials to factories. Soon, he began earning thousands per month, then hundreds of thousands. Today, his company Green Earth Recyclers handles over 200 tons of waste per day, turning it into reusable materials for major corporations. He now employs hundreds of workers and lives in luxury, all from the trash people ignored. Binu says, "If you respect waste, it will reward you." And for him, that couldn't be truer. Number 4. The woman who built an empire from old tires. In Mexico, a woman named Leticia Flores started collecting discarded tires from junkyards. She noticed that tires were everywhere, in landfills, rivers, and roadsides, but no one was doing anything about them. So, she decided to transform them into furniture, flower pots, and even playground equipment. At first, people laughed at her idea. But soon, her creations caught the attention of eco-conscious designers. Her business exploded. Today, she runs a sustainable design company that exports products across Latin America. Leticia went from living in poverty to becoming one of Mexico's leading green entrepreneurs, all because she saw beauty where others saw garbage. Number 3. The artist who made millions from scrap metal, meet Dan Rawlings from the UK, a sculptor who creates massive, breathtaking artworks from old, rusted metal. He started by welding scraps in his garage using pieces of abandoned cars and machinery. People loved his art, especially the message behind it, turning the remains of industrial waste into beauty. Today, his sculptures sell for tens of thousands of dollars each, and his exhibitions draw global audiences. Dan says, "Scrap metal is a reflection of our society. We discard what we no longer value. I just give it a new life." His story proves that art and sustainability can not only inspire, but also make you rich. Number 2. The teenager who built a $1 million recycling app. At just 16, a young entrepreneur from Kenya named Kelvin Muriuki noticed that people struggled to recycle because they didn't know where to take their waste. So, he created an app called EcoTrack, a digital platform connecting waste producers with collectors and recycling companies. Within a year, thousands of users joined. Corporations started paying to list their services. Soon, EcoTrack secured government partnerships and international funding. Today, the app is valued at over $3 million, and Kelvin, still in his 20s, is one of Africa's youngest tech millionaires. He says, "I didn't invent recycling, I just made it easier." And that's the power of solving a simple problem. Number 1. The man who turned ocean trash into a global brand. Let's talk about David Katz, founder of the Plastic Bank. He realized something shocking. Every year, millions of tons of plastic end up in the ocean. So, he thought, what if plastic had value like money? He started paying people in developing countries to collect plastic waste, which was then sold to major corporations like SC Johnson and Henkel for reuse. This model didn't just clean the planet. It gave thousands of poor families an income. The Plastic Bank is now a multi-million-dollar company, and David has been featured in Forbes and Time magazine. His mission: to make plastic waste too valuable to throw away. It's one of the most genius ideas ever, turning pollution into profit. Each of these people had one thing in common. They saw opportunity where others saw garbage. They didn't wait for luck, they created it. Now, you might think these stories are rare, but they're happening everywhere. Because in today's world, innovation isn't about what you have, it's about what you see. Let's explore more incredible trash-to-treasure transformations that prove anyone, anywhere, can change their life with creativity and courage. Number 5. The couple who built a business from broken glass. In Brazil, Ana and Roberto lost their jobs and were struggling to survive. One day, they started collecting broken glass bottles from bars and beaches to make jewelry. They melted and shaped the glass into stunning necklaces and bracelets, selling them at local markets. Tourists loved them. Within a year, their handmade products reached boutique stores in Sao Paulo and Rio. Today, their company, Reflexo Verde, exports to Europe and makes 6 figures annually. They say, "What was once trash now reflects our success." Number 4. The man who sold rocks and became rich. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly what Gary Dahl did in the US. In the 1970s, he came up with a joke idea, selling pet rocks. He packaged ordinary stones in small boxes with breathing holes and a funny manual, treating them as real pets. The idea went viral. Within 6 months, he sold over 1.5 million rocks at $4 each. That's more than $6 million in profit back then, all from literal stones. It's a lesson in creativity. Even the dumbest idea can make you rich if you market it right. Number 3. The woman who turned discarded clothes into a fashion empire. In Nigeria, Chioma Okwu started collecting old jeans and dresses from thrift markets. She began redesigning them into trendy, upcycled fashion. Her bold designs went viral on Instagram. Today, her brand Rebirth Wear has over 500,000 followers and sells worldwide. She employs dozens of local women and promotes sustainable fashion. Chioma's message is powerful. Fashion doesn't have to be new, it just has to be reborn. Number 2. The man who bought abandoned storage units. Dan Dotson, a California auctioneer, started buying storage lockers that others left behind. Inside, he found antiques, collectibles, and sometimes hidden treasures. One discovery, a rare comic book, sold for over $100,000. He turned this hobby into a TV show, Storage Wars, and built a multi-million-dollar business empire. Dan's story shows that fortune sometimes hides in forgotten places. Number 1. The street artist who made millions from dumpster finds. Nick Gentry from London built his career using floppy disks, film negatives, and trash from city dumpsters. He turned them into portraits and futuristic art pieces. His works now sell for thousands, and his exhibitions are hosted in New York and Paris. Nick says, "I make art from the leftovers of the digital age." He literally turned waste into worth, creativity into currency. These stories remind us of something bigger. Success isn't always about having resources. It's about being resourceful. Every idea, no matter how small, can grow into something massive if you believe in it. So the next time you see something worthless, look again. You might just be staring at your million-dollar idea. If you enjoyed these incredible transformations, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Save Nest, and share it with someone who needs inspiration today. Because one person's trash could be another's destiny.